Konnichiwa minasan, watashi no name wa Jaeger desu, and welcome back to our little old front. In the last episode, we took some setbacks. Unfortunately, the bastard Nasu decided to use my tactics against me, how dare they, and have basically launched a counterattack, or counteroffensive in our little old pocket, in an attempt to try and push me out of this turf, which, I won't lie, has actually done pretty successfully. It's not as bad as it could be, but at the same time, the attack, they've done smart. They've definitely done smart. They've done smart by launching a counterattack and capturing my general. Won't lie, that is in fact what they have done, is I would consider to be quite smart. But they've done a bit of a dumb, because instead of launching an attack on the army outside the castle, which would actually have been quite a bad situation for me, they have decided to instead launch an attack on the castle itself, resulting in basically them suffering heavy casualties with the units that they probably have captured from me. So in a sense, they've just wasted their troops in a desperate bid to try and get some kind of like one-up on me, which, as you can see, hasn't exactly gone to plan, has it? Though they are deploying more troops, I'm in the process of defending this castle. Reinforcement armies are in. I am confident that we can win the battle. But the big problem now is Toki-Kuni was captured by the enemy. And I say captured because, yes, he did get bribed, but shush. I will keep him alive. I'm determined. Alright. Yeah, so the enemy have committed themselves completely. The army that themselves are attacking with lightning fast, some dude's running them out. I mean, all we can do is hope that these guys hold out for as long as we can. I mean, the reinforcing army is under consistent attack, and I can't exactly do anything from outside either, which sucks. What I will do, though, is send some support to the right side wall. At least they're going for samurai. Oh, and there's my fucking high-quality cavalry that I lost. Like, that was probably the biggest loss of all, was that high-quality cavalry. Because, my god.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord.
Yeah, I know. It sucks, but yeah. Still, that is a lot of dead dudes. That is a lot of dead dudes. A lot of them being samurai as well. So, while this battle, as unfortunately, is a loss... Oh, not a loss. It is and it isn't a loss. It's a loss because we've suffered so truly casualty-wise.
My lord, a
And...
glorious victory will soon be yours.
But no, more importantly... Right. Get over there. These guys are probably going to lose. The battle is more or less won for us. If we can kill those Kimiosa's cavalry, like, they need to die. Otherwise,
Hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
if we can kill some of that special cavalry, I'll deny it to the enemy. Somehow that spear unit survived. Probably going to suffer some friendly fire though, which is going to suck, but there we go. At least over here, the matchlocks are going to get some extra kills whilst they're trying to withdraw. That's the day done, actually. So, decisive victory, I would say no, but they have made a bit of a bad play, and I absolutely must kill that fucking Metsuke, because I'd lost like a good chunk of the army. My expedition to go to the back lines didn't succeed as much as I'd hoped it would. Garrison, that's fine. None of my other dudes were there, so that's fine. I just need to find Toki-Kuni and deal with that. Where? Okay, so nowhere. Okay, so I mean, we can't risk having too many dudes outside, but what I will do is I will bring up these guys. I don't want to disband the Moteru, but because we need, like, there you are. Right, okay. Oh, and fucking Sagami as well. No, we need to kill them. We need to kill that fucker. Please kill him. Good. That's for taking my territory back. Oh, that's for taking my dude. Right, so it is spring now, which is a good thing. Right. Toki-Kuni, I need you to get over there as soon as possible. Oh god, they're just piling on the fucking forces, aren't they? Right. I mean, I'm committed to holding this front line now, but we are definitely in the shit for... Right, so... Yeah, Jujutsu. Right, give me order. Wait, what? Oh, I was going to make you into a... Okay. Well, turn you into a citadel because I think you... Oh, no. Why do we have 0 predicted? How many castles have I... Oh, yeah. Castles that I've taken. Right, well, Merchant Guild, we can scrap you. Sword School. Matsumoto. Turn you into that. Priest has not successfully done it. It's fine. Wait, have I lost agents? Right. Well, the good news is we can actually begin an advance on the southern, or the western front at least, which is a small mercy. And I think we're definitely going to need to start putting some advances on our hands because otherwise we're fucked. Okay. Ogata. Right. Reinforce him. Give you the special dudes. Make you move. Now Kazo. Motojika. God bless you, sir. And right, you begin to sort of go to the western. Right, you make a push. Right, he's withdrawn to the fortress, which is fine. Now Kazo launches the attack. Well, launches the siege, shall we say. Right, Motojika, you will defend. You will move up to provide backup. And I think now comes the point where we have to make a decision. One that could be dangerous, but I think it needs to be made. So, okay, we need to start thinking. One of the armies needs to push west. Right. This army needs to push up and make ready to attack that other territory. You need to start waddling up to the front lines. Right, get a revolt going in Kawajima, finally. And this is actually quite an impressive army. That is honestly kind of awesome. I mean, that's all samurai, with the exception of like a couple of units. And the army garrison here, while they're strong, and they do in fact have quite a lot of potential, it's going to be a problem for them nonetheless. Right, this army needs to move out. You need to get inside and get replenished, because holy shit, you do. Right, make a push. Here's my shinobi. Right, you need to take a push. Luckily for us, this is a very small and easy to attack settlement. It's only a fort, though, which is bad. Not as bad as other shit. Oversee the settlement. Ah, level 1 ninjas, aren't they just a dream? Oh, wow, he's so low level, he can't even hope to attack that guy. Jesus Christ. Right, I need a more dedicated ninja to the front, then. I need a priest. And stop by Matsumoto. Okay, that's one of their last high rankers. Oh, I say one. It's a couple of their last high rankers. Right, I'm gonna keep. How long do you rank up? Okay, one more attempt, and I think we should be good. We don't have a general for these guys, unfortunately. Well, we do. He's here. What's in this army anyway? Mostly reinforcements. Really a great garrison. Oh, not really a good army to work with, but you know, who knows. Right, reinforce these guys. You three go to there. There we go. Okay, I think we need to probably make a push. Right, you boys come out, hold position. No, you need to... Fuck it. I don't normally like doing this because it kind of means I have to... It's... Right, okay. Is that all good? Yeah, it's more or less north. We're in for a bit of a big slug fight. I need you to stay alive. Like, I'll try not to kill you. Right, we got Chikikuma, which in the next turn you'll be able to assault there. Make a move over there. You're just having to hold now. Just defensively hold the line. Sounds horrible, but I think I need to just ditch this Yari Cav. Yari Cav's not going to do me any good there. And extra garrison troops is extra garrison troops. You're only a 2-star. We took care of the bigger threat, so I can take care of you in a minute. Metsuke's coming up to try and bribe Kawana Toki-Kuni to come back. Priest, I think we should try and demoralize one of these armies. 25%. Oof. That's better than nothing, though. We'll try and make a push for these dudes, and then hopefully we can, like, fight our way up the army. Ah, we have a significant victory over Nasu. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay, so we need to make some serious gains. First of all, let's attack this place. How many dudes are there? It's about 13, 18. I am going to be a bit of a scumball and deploy... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this place, and basically, depending on the... Actually, let's have a look inside what kind of front line it is. Oh, it's a new one. Okay, we'll have a look. So basically what I'm going to try and do is kind of scum this one through. And I say scum, but you know what I mean. I'm going to try and see if we can make some kind of... try and win through this one fairly quickly. We'll use the siege cannon to basically blow the stuff up. This is going to be a very small style engagement, but this is a very... Oh, I know this battlefield. Or roughly. Huh, okay. That's intriguing. So, it's fairly primitive, but it's pretty impressive. Sounds silly, but even for a level 1 fort, this is pretty nice. It's a good defense. I mean, it's tight, which is bad. It's good and bad. It's dependent on what kind of force composition you bring, but you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to shower these fuckers with as much shot as I can. Knock out their archery towers wherever we can utilize them. This is a lovely battleground, though. I would not lie. Ever since I saw that film Gettysburg, I was like, every time I see a decent battleground, my brain goes straight back to that film and goes, if you want to fight, this is lovely, lovely ground. Best damn ground I ever saw. It's just like, why Gettysburg? Why do you have to corrupt me? Right, with the exception of that house being in the way, I think we... You know what, that's actually much better. Trees are a little bit in the way. It's slightly further away, but the entire base is, well, the area that I want to fuck over is over there, so that's all good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my usual time and pace, punch a hole through, see what happens, and then, yeah. Yeah. Concentrate fire on the Bo Ashigaru. And then if we can knock out their Bo Ashigaru garrison fairly quickly, then we'll be able to basically capitalize on destroying them. And then... perfect. Rather substantial garrison of these dudes is now kaput. Well, once this area is kaput, then we'll be able to make an assault. But yeah, generally what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically attack, destroy what's left of this garrison. Thankfully, it's just nothing but garrison. So, it should be fairly easy to take them out. It should be fairly easy to take them out. And once I get a couple of Daikubo Samurai as well, that'll be interesting. They won't really have much of room. Akubize is also in a position. Tiny bits of defense. I always hate it when you get... I'm beginning to hate seeing the tiny bits. I prefer the big chunks, because then the big chunks is like shitloads of enemies dead in one go. Whereas this is just... lol. Anyway, you know what I'm going to do, guys. So I will see you guys once I've killed this place. And we return. So, a bit of a quick battle. Very nice, actually. Only losing 19 soldiers. That was just due to the very limited amounts of bow fire that the enemy could throw up at us. But the good news is, we have control over a pretty nice location. Only downside is that it is unfortunately a very small location. But it does give us the freedom to move up. Which is very, very nice. And better still, we have got ourselves into a nice little old defensive position. One that I am very keen to fully commit to. More to the point, reinforcements are going to be here, and we're going to be sending what we can to the front. So, we're actually moving up on a pretty decent front line right now. I'm going to commit to a full siege over here, but I'm actually also going to have to start seriously considering what we can do and who we detach. I'm going to kind of go... So I'm thinking about it. And a lot of the time... okay, so I'm thinking... Because in terms of regions... We zoom up a bit. One region... goes into that region. Yeah, we've got a bunch of regions all over the place. There's a couple of big ones here, which we could... If we could grab this region, and these regions here, we could set up a decent front line, but that would require me to be able to go through all of this first. So, I guess in terms of chokehold, I'd have to have a bit more intel about the surrounding territories. But what I can say is if we can get Santo. Santo is the big objective here. But what I'm actually going to start doing, because that's a citadel though, and that's 7 turns still surrendered. That would take an entire year to commit to. And that gives the enemy plenty of fucking time to commit to something. But I think we need to start committing also to spreading out the front line. So I'm actually going to start moving armies to the other side. Ogata and his army is going to move up with this. These guys are going to move up to support this army. And then this is basically going to just result into that. But we are actually starting to come into actual other problems, though, which is food, namely food, because all of obviously the more territories we control, the more problems we have. This particular front line is definitely not beneficial at all. Unfortunately, they have some more manga fucking dells, and we still need to commit to that side. So we've still got more things to do, but luckily for us, we can do something. But right now, let's commit to a big battle, because everyone knows how much I love those. So we have 3 armies reinforcing on all fronts. The scattered remains of one army, reinforced by 2 fairly sizable forces. If we can get these guys... Like, this is my determination to bring these fuckers out to play. And we are going to bring as much as we can to the fore. It's going to be heavy, and if I'm not mistaken, it'll probably be fairly similar to the other previous battleground. Though that said, this is much, much better. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is a good fight. It feels weird, but it's like it's one of those sort of fights where you have to basically... Yeah, to surround an enemy, you must leave a way of escape. I like that. Oh, yeah, to a surrounded enemy, you must leave a way of escape. See, the context, though, I know the context around that statement, because at first that doesn't sound very logical. It's like, hang on, why'd you have to surround an enemy if you're going to let them escape? But what it really means is, in order to truly, like, get an army to be completely demoralized, you have to basically give them the possibility that they will, in fact, get out of it. That by some miracle, they will survive. And when you then all of a sudden shut that, you know, when you all of a sudden go zip and, you know, get rid of that opportunity to escape, they'll be much more inclined to surrender. Thus, you win the battle by, finger quote, surrounding the enemy. Right, well, I think we've already established where we're going to go for the left flank. Now, normally I would be a bit more aggressive to try and do this, but I want to gather up my strength and make ready for the big one. They're all going to camp over there and utilize this hill, which is fine by me, not a problem. Enemy can gather up and do as much as they want. Ah, light cavalry. I could throw these away. I mean, as much as light cavalry are nice and all, I am determined to throw some of these fuckers away into the breeze. Right, so this is our new general, Mr. Noriyuji. Light cavalry are going to basically be my mainstay for this particular thing. These guys are very... I mean, they're not bad, but they're not the dudes who I'm going to be utilizing. Dedicated Yari Cav infantry and dedicated other infantry is what we're going to be. So we haven't got a lot of range. I've got a lot of ranged units. Oh, it's going to be a light cavalry off. Yeah, cavalry up's going to move over to here. Right, the battle is definitely going to be a bit more awkward, that's for sure. Right. Gonna put these boys in the end. Gonna deploy these dudes accordingly. And then all the Yari and all the other dudes can just chill. Oh boy. Like this is gonna be pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I didn't really count how many troops there would be at the beginning of this, but I'm fairly certain this is along. Like I'm confident that this is along the same sort of size comparison as say some of the battles we had with the Saito, like near the end of the campaign as well. In fact, I might be more committing to have the entire cavalry force. I'll have one cavalry force take up defensive position over yonder. Light cavalry will form up on the... Actually, all of these dudes will be forming up over here. And then these guys, who are very limited in forms of range, will do what they can, but I don't think we're going to do much. I think we need to gain a cavalry supremacy at this point. I mean, the main intention of this whole battle is to try and, like, curtail the numbers of Nasu forces in the area. I mean, they've got 3 armies. We've got 3 armies. The first army, thankfully, is a mixture of remnants of the previous battle. So in a sense, they only have 2.5 armies. I'm still going to do what I can to fuck over as many of these wankers as possible. Speaking of which, cavalry. Time to incorporate some new tactics. Well, I say new tactics. Harassment detail is probably the more appropriate term. And because these guys have light cav, I'm going to do what I can to fuck over these dudes. Try and shift the attention a little bit so we have something to watch out for. But primarily, we're just going to do what I can to... Once I get the reinforcing cav, we'll commit more troops. Hit the center line. These dudes are going to kind of move up a bit. We're going to have a bit more of a cavalry skirmish session whilst I get my troops into position. We don't have any range though, which will be the big disadvantage for this one. Sadly, I don't have any kind of control over that, but what we can have control over is what kind of range advantage they'll have. But this is a good battlefield. Speaking of which, let me try and see if I can take advantage of this. Have both of these front lines take a defensive call over here. That's a fairly wide environment, I realise, but... Make a move. Again, I'm not too caring about these light cavalry. If they die, they die. But they will serve a purpose for me, which is the destruction of their shit. And I can afford to lose casualties. Again, they're light cavalry, so they're not really... Well, they're strong. I won't lie about that. I remember when I first saw these fuckaroos, I was thinking to myself, I'm thinking, oh, these guys are going to get ripped apart. Little did I know that light cavalry in Japanese apparently means something different to light cavalry in English. Because they took a while. And they are definitely to be reckoned with. And they weren't even against any Takeda forces either. This was just cavalry just being fucking cavalry. Alright. I think the only thing that these guys lack in any kind of massive thing is probably killing power, maybe? Because they can stand around in combat for quite some time, but you can't, like, zap kill an infantry unit or zap kill enemy cavalry. Actually, move to the left, move to the left. Yari, bow. That's a lot of bows. There we go, yep. And against infantry also, they are quite numerously powerful. Right, I realise I'm probably fucking myself over, but this is a nice opportunity to get some nice counter charges in. One of the things I'm not a huge fan of is the lacking of stamina. Yeah, they are useless. Kind of glad I got rid of them. Yeah, you want a job done properly, you call proper cav. These kind of cav is not so much. Oh, they're stacking up super hard on this corner.
Our men are running from the battlefield.
There's their bow advantage. Yeah, like there, that's a kill. The Yari, these guys are going to probably die a lot from, unfortunately, but... Like this Fustercluck's going to be nice. It means reinforcements are coming through, which... I'm sure we're getting something in this a second. Yep, Katana. Oh, Katana Ashikaru. Well, I was saying I would get something. What it was, I didn't exactly realize until it was too late, but that's okay. We'll get some useful units soon, don't worry. Right, withdraw. I mean, we're absorbing a lot of infantry and other shit into the fold, so this might prove to be useful. They've suffered quite nasty casualties. What's over this? Ah, that's why we're losing. Right, we've taken care of all those dudes, which is fine. This sounds bad, but I'm even willing to deal with, like, I'm even willing to deal with the losses of this cavalry. While it is a shame, it's not the end of the world. Especially since, for example, it means more troops come out on my side. Right, this right flank's about to collapse, which is fine. I swear to God, this is the weirdest feeling in the entire... in my experience in playing this game, is when I'm like, okay, I know these guys are going to die, but that's fine. Again, that's what happens when you buy units. You can feel free to toss them away. Oof.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Right, withdraw them. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. There's a couple of Ashigaru units that need to go bye-bye, but I'm doing okay on. They're dying, but that's fine. They've already exacted whatever damage they need to exact. High attrition, unfortunately, but well worth it. Bow. Goddamn Naganatas. If I could just get that charge in on the bows, I'd throw away this cavalry quite happily. They're getting shat on a bit, but higher quality infantry are about to say hello. Right, they're gone. Right, cavalry I'm willing to sacrifice at this point because that's Bo Ronin gone. It's a sacrifice and it's unfortunate, but I think it's necessary considering the circumstances. They have done a fantastic job because they have whittled the Archer Corps down by quite a bit. They've also finally given me some decent troops.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Shameful display. What we got? Nothing. I mean, it's troops. At the end of the day, it's troops. It's gonna be. We're gonna suffer high attrition, by the way. Like this, not a surprise. We did deprive them of some. I think we deprived them of cavalry almost. No, we didn't deprive them of cavalry. Well, we did and we didn't. Those guys have gone down fighting like demons, and I am so proud of them. Another bow samurai. Good to see. Good to see. It's high attrition.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Alright. Bow. It's bows are bows. Right, a little bit risky, but I think we can push it a little bit further. Speaking of which. Right. We'll move up to this position over here so we have enough coverage. This might be enough to convince some of the other dudes to withdraw. Double time it. We'll attach the... where's the Katana Ashigaru? Yeah, there they are. Cool. Katana Ashigaru, move up towards that position. And the Naginata Ashigaru as well will come up and watch that right flank. Line's fairly thin, which is a bit of a problem, but this... Whoa! Fucking beautiful. Once these dudes withdraw, we should be able to make a nice little push. Fortunately, these trees are probably going to cause problems. They're new, but they're not. They're accurate, but they're also fairly new. So reload speeds, accuracy shots.
Men are fatigued, my lord, and some must rest.
That is excessively good shooting. Fantastic. I love you. Right, we have wiped out our cavalry force, unfortunately, but that's fine. Where is my cavalry force? Oh, that's right. Wait, so am I waiting on like 2 more dudes because of that? Right. Deploy the reinforcements across that point, so we're not having to deal with so much crap. I'd say that right flank is probably the most important part. Yep. Fucking thought it. Knew it. Oh boy. Right, well we'll have to just deploy what we can on whatever front we can get it on. What was that? Okay. Yeah. Another bow Ashigaru. But at least it's ranged. We finally got some ranged units inbound. One last barrage. Good shooting, lads. You've done some fantastic work. Very good shooting. I mean, Raketenwerfer on its own isn't really that good. It's kind of you need 2 units to make a sustained barrage. But I won't lie. Raketenwerfer is still a fantastic unit. Right, I'm going to put the Ashigaru units in like their own little their own little position, just because I think we're probably going to need. They're probably going to die very quickly. Right. Okay, so you boys reform a bit to incorporate these guys' new front line. And then these bow units can basically come up and be the nice little old middle finger support that we absolutely need them to be. Yare Ronin. That sounds a bit strange, putting all of my dudes over here. But at the same time... Right, bows. You are responding to it at least, but... Roll up. Get reinforcements. And start peppering them. Not all the bows have made it to the front line, sadly, but I think we can... Right, you withdraw from the field. At least we have archer supremacy at this point. Well, it seems like we have archer supremacy. I don't think we actually do, but at least... Oh, they have some bow samurai and some bow units, but they've decided to split up into the same usual position before. Right, who are we getting to replace them? What reinforcements will we get? Kisho Ninja. God, he looks so like some of their walks. Looks so daft. Oh boy. Well, that's what you get. We've got 2 Chosokabe bow samurai over there. Right, General is going to form up a little bit on the left. Our new General, who I don't know and I don't trust, but they're the only ones who we can actually do anything with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to encroach on their right flank, utilizing their slightly bugged out scenario. And I will post all of the Ashigaru troops to the immediate rear side of them once these bows get into position and these shower these fuckers away. And then hopefully we can take that opportunity to do some serious damage to them. At least in theory. I'd like to think that we could perhaps get some other shit going. But at the same time, I'm not going to complain. Alright, then Naganato Ashigaru has in fact routed to pieces, which is good. These guys are finally getting their asses handed to, which is also very good. Okay, that's good. That's them gone. Right, shifting my focus a little bit more to the right flank. Yeah, go. Cavalry. Figured the cavalry would do something. I don't know how to feel about the Ashigaru. On the one hand, I don't want them to be like, I don't want to have them for long, but at the same time, I'm also like, about. Alright, bit of a skirmish phase going on. Oh, Ashigaru was samurai. I mean, we can win this battle if they keep sending these dudes piecemeal to us, but here we go. Naganato Ashigaru. There we go. Now I have a reason to do something. Interception. Gisha Ninja, if you're wanting to do something. Right. Post my general up a little bit just so he can keep the morale going. This is where having the matchlocks would probably be proved to be sufficient. Like, this is where a bow technology begins to suffer, because you want that quick killing power. At least you want it in the way that I have it at the moment, where you can get a bunch of infantry or matchlock muskets, musket samurai, and they'll be able to give you the high alpha power. These guys are like sustain alpha, whereas the matchlocks I've got basically, you know, one blast and half the unit goes down. And if they're using my Tanegashima forces, they go down like a fucking tree. And to a degree, they probably have some other dudes. And to a degree, also, these guys are the less accurate kind as well. I mean, bearing in mind, a lot of these bow samurai are probably like old units or units I've captured. So, I like how I say it's kind of units I've captured, but not really. But yeah, kind of, it is really. But yeah, so at this point, it's just a slugfest. They're semi-shit units versus my semi-shit units, but I have more of them to spare, so I can kind of play the attrition game to a degree. whilst also having a heavy firefight with these guys. It's weird. Definitely weird. But I'm liking it. I'm liking this sense of, like, tugging. I think this is what I love about these certain wars I have, is the tug-of-war nature that they have. Like, not since... I will say, not since Spartan's return have I had such a...
Our hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
Not since Spartan's return have I had such a level of ferocity in combat. I was a bit worried after the Saito that we wouldn't get any kind of fight out of the other forces, but I can happily report that we are in fact... there we go. I'm thinking they're beginning to commit.
Our hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
Extend the line a little bit. Enemy Bocav inbound, which are about to get hammered.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, my lord.
Oof. That is, on the one hand, that's really cool, because it basically means we piss through as much as we can, and they've all been hit badly by it. On the other aspect, it's really bad. That was lackluster. Well, they still maintain stealth, so that's fine. Now, no longer in stealth. Let's through. Let's see how effective these Kisho... My god! Like, these guys are definitely gonna die, but... and take casualties, but, like... these Kisho Ninja have just effectively destroyed them. Holy crap. Right, withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. They literally just came out. Slammed these fuckers and now making their dash away. Look at the speed as well. That's what I'm expecting. They did a massive one.
Our hidden units have been discovered, my lord.
That's it. Run into my guy's range. Well, they missed out. They missed out almost all of the assault. Probably need to withdraw those dudes a bit, as they're not actually capable of doing anything except standing in line. I know I'm kind of pussyfooting around it, and I know I just should probably need to make a push, but I would like to not, I'd like to. Right, you go there, you go there, you no, wrong one. You go there, you and just you that's left. No, you three are all that's left.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, my lord.
Motherfuckers. Well, it's fine. Those three have been selected, and shit's gonna happen. Right, I think it's time. Nudge up the lines a tiny bit more so we can incorporate this push. And then we're going to bunch up the katanas to about half. Make a probing assault with these dudes. See what happens. General moves over to there. New general. Taking a few casualties with the bow. Actually, you boys provided support to the attack. I do not for 1 second think you're going to last long out there. But you are expendable. That's a pretty big increase. Yeah, punching a hole through to the other Ashigaru forces and other stuff is going to probably give us a good opportunity to get some decent damage in. And it gives me a slight satisfactional feeling. Right, begin to envelop the front line a little bit more. Right, they're gone. Right, form up a defensive line. Sounds bizarre, but I'm just slowly encroaching to attack their positions. Actually, yeah, no change of plan. You, and you. Form up to make an assault, and then you. Make the assault. Try and capture that location. You. Move to this position here. And you get into the thick of it. They do have Katanic. Unfortunately, if the enemy do rout at this location, we are going to have to contend with the fact that we are not going to be able to... Right, we're pushing up on the right flank quite nicely. Right, let's try and unfuck this situation on the right flank. So we're making some progress, but I think we need to like redeploy some troops to the right. You boys need to start going that way. And go. Make a move, make a move. Is that it? Is that their reinforcements done and over with? I am surprised. I did not expect it to be that quickly. But I am not one to judge. If we can get him, we can get him. My move.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
Glorious, debatable at this point. Right, that's their army gone, if I'm not mistaken. That's a mass rout. Double fucking time it, lads. Right, the enemy are going to get a significant portion of troops away, which is a bit of a problem, but we have forced them away from the front. And here's hoping that the cavalry sacrifices I made, which is going to be a lot, will be significant enough to be able to fully actually tell them, yeah. One fucking samurai. Come on, rout already. Your army's gone. Ah, he's one of those fucking samurai, eh? Right, finally. Yeah, you're dead. I don't care how it goes, you're dead. Right, that's the enemy, that's the war won. Battle is won, and I think we've made some good gains, but I also think at the same time, a fair amount of the troops are going to get away with this, which makes feelings. I think I needed to fight the battle because we needed to clear out the eastern front and hopefully begin to whittle their troops down, and we still do have a large portion of our troops still available. And yeah, no, I mean, it's bloody. It's attrition warfare at this point, but at this point, it's attritional warfare, but at this point, I have the numbers, I have the means, I just, yeah, I'll accept that. Tycoon to effect that the ports are closed. Okay, so yeah, we did suffer some atrocious casualties on our cavalry frontier at least. Almost, oh, I'm surprised, almost all of the cavalry units we had. Yeah, all the cavalry units I brought into it, pretty much driven to uselessness. Right, grab these dudes and grab whatever's left. And a little bit more reluctant to do it with that one, but what we'll do is this one. Right, you take point and try and reinforce that unit. Youth 4, go over there. Or 3, whoever. Yeah, that's fine. And then make your way towards that. No. Not quite, not quite. Son of a bitch. I have just enough movement speed to try and get something into it, and I think I might have enough to be able to engage that lot. Remnants, full army, remnants. Nah, I'm biting off more than I can chew with that one. That might make the difference. But I don't think I can attack again. No. I'm in a strong position. I can't really stop them from doing anything, though, which is irritating. So, okay. No, we're in a good... Okay, so no, progress has been made. It's a cold front line, but I think we got it. It's like cold, you know what I mean. Right. We'll have one more turn. Wrap this episode up. Because I know we're over the hour mark, at least. But yeah, so... Okay, okay. No, we're making good progress. We're making good progress. Stuff is happening. Oh, fucking hell. 1565, 1669. Oh, it's going to take us a while to punch through this. So, yeah. I'm hoping they do dumb and try and attack now. Because, you know, reasons. Garrison here has got a... Fuck. They got a Benki's Blade army in there as well. They have actually quite a big garrison force. Not much range, though. But they do have Raketenwerfer. And Mangadels. They have quite a substantial garrison. And it's a citadel, so if I can avoid fighting it on in the thing, then yeah. But yeah, no, it's bad. And Santo is looking to be the exact same problem. I should have put my camera to the eastern front, where I could actually see what's going on. Ah, oh, fucking hell. Oh, boy. Oh, no! Toki-Kuni! I might lose this. I should have fucking gotten rid of those Motarus. They're not going to be that useful. Shit. We may lose this battle. I think given the circumstances, I'm fairly convinced we will. I kind of... The weird thing is, I kind of want to lose because I don't want to get Toki-Kuni killed. Like, this expedition has completely failed. If I'm not mistaken... No, I'm not mistaken. It has failed completely. My attempt to do something like this, while it has gained territory and I've held on to it for a time, the enemy's persistence and my lack of being able to do anything thanks to their fucking armies in the south has meant that all of the progress I've made, gone. Completely. Oh boy. So, I think that's probably where we're going to have to end it. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. This is not good. Oh, shit. I'm not looking forward to this. I honestly don't want to win as much as... It sounds bad, but I honestly don't want to win. While it is a shame, I'm going to lose some Motarus, and this is quite a significant loss, I won't lie. The castle itself is pretty bad, is pretty good as well, I won't lie, but... Yeah. We need to liberate... We're going to lose this place without a shadow of a doubt, but I'm going to make them pay for it at least. And if we can try and deprive them of any more of the troops that we have, then yeah, but... Oh... Nasu are going to pay for this, I swear to God. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out.